everybody. Welcome to the Downside Pod. As always, we are at the Downside.
We are.
Thank
Hello,
you,
Tammy.
Love you.
So I was absent. Actually, I was here, but I was kind
I
of.
feel like you were here in spirit.
I was
here
here.
in
I was
spirit,
definitely
yeah.
here in spirit.
Yeah. We're very, very quiet last week.
So as we do every week, we will start off with a little pour. What do we got
right.
this week, SA?
A little old elk, but it's a Quicker Liquor store pick.
Nice.
Oh, Mr. Lee Moore.
Lee Moore. All right.
Quicker Liquor in Panama City Beach. It's their
right.
private barrel select of a little old elk.
Very nice. Let's see what we're working with. Shall we?
I'll gladly pour my own since
Will
you're
you want me to hold your glass?
No, I don't want you to hold my damn
What are you
glass.
talking about?
Every week he puts his fucking finger in my glass.
My hands are clean.
I know they're clean, but still. No. Fucking COVID.
I don't know how you got started in the first place.
Guys,
So, here's the week 9, man.
week
It's a week 9,
two
guys.
old people. Old people.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I feel
good.
homeless when I drink it.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, it just gives me like a homeless feeling, like I need to warm up, and this is all I have. And it's just so it just I don't know. It just makes me think homeless.
It's like a fire pit for the homeless.
So, ladies, y'all was at the Panama City.
We were.
We love it down there.
Fall rally's our favorite rally.
It's the best.
Yeah.
To me,
So dope.
I know a lot of people like the spring rally better, but for us, it's
Yeah.
a little less crowded.
Yeah,
And
And I have these boobies, so I do like the cooler
and
weather.
the weather's a lot better.
it's a lot more old people.
It really
Old
is.
people.
Old.
A
Old.
lot more chill.
That's really.
So where'd y'all?
I
How
would
was?
say chill, but they're just as nutty
Oh no,
as
they're
everybody
rowdy as
else.
shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're older.
So where'd y'all play at down there? Salty Goat and where else?
Busters.
Busters.
Every bike week we start off the party
Yep.
at Busters. They have their whole bike week festivities, and the opening night is Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And it's like service industry night and the opening of bike week. We always play there. It's awesome time every time.
Did you
Right.
get yourself a little school bus at the Newbies?
Didn't make it to newbies this year.
Because you can't even get in new.
Well, I mean, you can, but like if you don't have a bike, there's no car parking because they empty out. It's like
Right.
I don't want to park 4 blocks away to walk to newbies when there's a house we stay at that's called the Liquor We Want.
Yeah.
So, but no, it was a good time. We had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, one of our very good friends down there happened to be in a motorcycle accident. Got news today that actually they took the ventilator off. So
Yes.
that's good. I mean, it was a bad wreck. He had a brain bleed. So we're thinking about you, Anthony.
Thinking about
Get
you,
well
buddy.
soon. His wife was also on the bike with
She
him.
was also injured. She had a punctured lung.
So, but she's
So
out.
did they get hit by a car or another
Another
bike?
bike.
They hit with another bike. Apparently, I don't know the whole story
Yeah.
because it's been told to me by 3 different people, and the three
Yeah.
different people weren't there. But I think someone pulled out in front of our friend, and he T-boned him.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it was pretty rough. So get well soon, buddy.
Get well. Love
it
ya.
would have been a perfect bike week.
Other than that.
Other than that,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, so. But it happens. I'm just glad
It
that
happens. It seems like bike week. There's always at least.
there's always
wrecks or two.
Yes.
Yeah, I just prefer not to know them personally. It would be better. But get well soon, man. We're thinking about you. We had lunch with him that day, and he was going to
Yeah.
come by the house that
Damn.
night. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was actually on his way to see us
yeah, I
when
think
that happened.
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
So it was wasn't the best. But bike week as a whole for us, we played our shows, we entertained, we had some good crowds.
Great crowd.
We got to go to the beach one day.
Oh, did
One
you?
day.
One
Yes.
day got to
Was
go
it
to the
cold,
beach.
chilly, nippy?
It was perfect.
Great.
Perfect weather.
Perfect.
The water was chilly, but still a little warmer than it is. Like
But it was
in April,
lake water,
you know?
dude.
It was hardly any waves.
I mean,
man.
insane.
And we got to see one of the coolest little inventions ever.
Oh,
I saw a
yes.
video.
Yeah,
It was like
well-
a potato gun.
We might need to put that video
Maybe we put it
right there. It's cool as we stay with our friend Justin and his neighbor Eric. We go shark fishing, and we didn't know anything about shark fishing. The first time we did it, it was at night.
Yeah.
And Justin got in a kayak, and like you have to take the bait a long way out there
Yeah,
if you're fishing from the shore, so you can't just cast it out there. It doesn't work. So he put it on a kayak and like kayaked out in not great conditions.
No, it was
like
pretty-
we were
pretty horrible.
drunk. He was drunk, and I was like, I don't think this is a good idea,
Yeah.
but we couldn't talk him out of it. So he kayaked the bait. One time he kayaked all the way out there, turned around, the bait had already fallen off, so he had to kayak back
yes.
in, reel it in, and do it again.
And it was like every third stroke, there he went.
There he
was
went.
like,
It was
back up.
down.
So the video I saw of the guy shooting, they were shark fishing.
yes.
Well, there's nothing better than chumming up some sharks near the shore where people are swimming.
Everybody
Well,
knows
that's why
that.
you get the potato gun out, man. You got to get past all that.
I mean, there's nothing better than chumming up the waters.
Oh, man,
for
and then
some
we-
family of 5
Yeah.
out there. I tell you what, anybody that fishes on the shore in the daytime,
They've got it down.
hey, I love them.
They're good in my book.
They're awesome, man.
They're good in my book.
The only
Hooks and lines
Yes.
and
You're
shark
just
bait.
swimming like
Dude, there was about 5 or 6 people walk by and just get almost clotheslined, but they couldn't tell that there was
I
a
know.
fishing pole.
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah.
just
Great.
open your eyes, look.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
the
was-
bad part though was somebody was out there on a paddleboard and nailed him right in the head with the bait and chum everywhere. And all of a sudden it was like shark attack. We're like, ah!
Oh, I'll be like, well, we should have hooked
I
that
actually
shark.
used to get mad, like especially when it was crowded, and there's always that one old asshole.
Yep.
Old people. Old people. He's just down there like, I just want to fish, and he's throwing down there, and he's throwing multiple lines out, and there's all these kids. I mean, come on, man.
Luckily, this was Friday.
Yeah,
so
there's
kids were in school.
nobody.
There was
Yeah.
nobody at the
Freaking
beach.
Yeah.
nobody.
It was, but the bait cannon, we called it the masturbator.
It's a masturbator.
So they froze some chum. They froze a fish and like molded it in some chum, stuck it down at the same size as the PVC pipe, and just used pressure. Shot it about 150 yards out there. It's
I saw it. It
It's
was crazy.
quite impressive.
It was impressive.
was awesome.
And we caught a saltwater catfish on one.
I'm surprised no Karens came up and complained.
I mean,
There was one that you could see it in her eyes. She wanted to say something, but she was like kept on trucking.
Yeah.
There was one who was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, there always is one though.
There's always one.
But it was an all around successful
Yeah.
trip. And then
Yes.
Jason and I came, so we came up
You
Saturday
came?
morning.
Well,
Still came at the same
we chummed everywhere.
time.
Hey, we chummed the water, so you know what I mean? We definitely chummed the water. And
so-
we came back Saturday. Instead of staying down there and playing Saturday, we played a wedding for
Yeah,
some family
We did.
friends.
Family friends.
So,
Statistically, out of all the weddings y'all played, only 30% actually make it to year 2.
oh, it's
So,
definitely not.
We make more
30%.
money on the divorce parties than
Yeah, the divorce parties we
Right.
play are dope.
Yeah, so it's,
We
it's
have
almost
done
like
that.
it's almost like a guaranteed
Yeah.
you're
Double
gonna get
show.
a divorce.
You probably, yeah.
yeah, you're double booking. You're
but
double booking.
that's
I
good
go ahead
for
and
us.
book now
This
for
is
the
business.
other.
This is
you give
business.
them a discount if they actually go ahead and book you a second time.
Yeah, sure.
Within the next like 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
actually a good idea.
Not bad. It's not bad.
It would really be funny if you really had this scheme where you invited like a lot of like hot single guys and hot single girls to come to the wedding
Like a mix,
like
yeah.
that and get everybody
Everybody's just-
drunk. Like that way you know when they go home, I saw you talking to that girl.
Just go ahead
and you just have you have your own photographer, and they're like, "Why do you have a photographer?" Well, we like to do all the way. We take pictures of us so we can show other
Sure.
ways.
Right.
So, but you're really taking pictures of just the
Sending it
people
to the-
that that you
Just to
brought.
send to them later.
The guys and girls that you brought, like working for you,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just got to go there just snapping shots.
Snapping shots of them like getting too close to the newlyweds.
Some girl leads the groom off into
Yes.
like a bedroom or
Yeah.
something.
to go like, hey, I'd like to meet your mom. That's all it was, but it just looks like
Right,
shady
right.
as hell.
Oh my god, that'd be
That's a genius idea.
a great scheme.
Anyway, we do weddings.
doing
You should
that.
book us through the whiskeydips.com.
Oh my
THE.
god.
Hell, you can have the reception on the downside.
Oh.
We have your reception right here at the downside.
God.
Tammy
Thank you,
would love
Tammy.
it. Thank you, Tammy.
That would be
Oh.
awesome.
That's
It is
But yeah,
funny.
no, it was good. It was a good wedding.
That would
We
be a
had
good
fun.
video.
Yeah, it was a great wedding.
We could do a
had
parody.
blast.
I like the parody of it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Plan on getting married, but you know it won't last.
Yep. Book us.
Yeah.
So this coming week, huge week around town because everybody will be doing their Halloween
Halloween parties going around
Parties.
this week.
and stuff, and you guys will be at
We'll be at
Palace.
The Palace. The Palace.
strip club
Bingo
downtown.
Live.
Downtown, hell yeah.
Nice.
POB. Platinum. No, never mind. No. No, we're going to be at the Palace.
Yeah.
Bingo Live.
You know
it's
what it is?
bingo. It's electronic bingo.
It's electronic
you can win
bingo.
money there.
That's right.
And you can listen to us play music for a little bit. It's going to be their opening, their grand opening.
Yes.
We played there before, but
So that was like a soft opening.
It was.
yeah, it was soft opening. They picked this weekend because it's near Tuscaloosa. Alabama's off.
Yeah.
So there was like, let's make it this weekend. I think our buddy who runs it just went down, picked up like a huge order of T-shirts they're going to give out.
nice.
Like a ton of stuff. They're going to do great giveaways. They're giving away a Range Rover right now. You can enter to win
Nice.
each night. So,
Do you think there will be any old people?
well, it's
Old people.
a bingo hall in Alabama. So, yeah,
Guaranteed.
yeah, absolutely.
Old
We'll do that song.
We'll do the song.
Old people.
They'll be like, I ain't like this
People.
musicians.
Give it all you got. Old people hanging at the sluts. Old people. Why do you go to the bathroom so much? Old people. And did you just grab my butt? Old people. Well, that's awesome. That's good.
Yeah.
Any other plans? You're going to.
I'm going to Las Vegas in a couple of days. I'll be
Yeah.
in Vegas
There
when
you
it comes
go.
out.
I read literally where this was the gay pride
Yeah. Hey, I'm a supporter.
weekend in Vegas.
I'm a supporter.
So are you going to a concert or
Yeah, I'm going. We're going to go see Usher, and then going to find another show probably.
you know who else happens to be playing?
Who's playing?
Sir Elton John.
Hey, and you know I get free tickets. That's my buddy.
Are you going to go?
Shit. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go see
Who's
Sir
Usher
Elton.
playing with?
No, it's just he's doing a residency. So
Oh, that's like so basically like really famous artists that were like big. It's
Yeah.
kinda, it's like they do this Vegas thing for like
it's now it's
5
changing.
to 10
Yeah,
years.
because-
Well, see, that's the deal with
Yeah.
Usher for sure.
Yeah.
Because
But Bruno Mars did one there.
Bruno Mars did one,
And he's-
and I was
His
like,
wasn't as long though.
man, his was a little bit longer.
Garth,
was it?
Garth did a decade.
Yeah,
Garth did a decade.
he did. And I mean,
Still a crazy
that's
show.
big money for those guys. Like
Oh,
huge
yeah,
money.
stupid.
Yeah.
Because that's nothing but tourists, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell tickets. I mean, you're not gonna really have an off night if you are any kind of good.
Usher's not playing
Artist.
7 nights a week though, is he?
No, he's doing like 3 nights a week in Vegas for like, and he has like off weeks. He's not doing it as much, but
Yeah.
his residency because he's only playing at the Park MGM where we're gonna be staying. So it's
Nice.
might just walk right downstairs, go to the concert.
That is
That's-
pretty cool.
You're gonna do a little
cool.
gambling.
I'm gonna do a little bit of gambling. In fact, I think we should do a little downside podcast thing. Pull a little bit of money, throw it on red or black. Y'all can decide.
Ooh,
I like
yeah.
that. I like
Yeah.
that. That's great.
And then I'll try. I don't know the rules.
I
And
think
maybe
you gotta
someone.
go black.
I go black. I
Once
really
you
do.
go, once you go black,
Once you go black, you never go back.
Have you boys done anything related to the season, the Halloween?
Halloween
Have
season.
not.
Not really. No.
Nothing.
So no shows about like no costume parties.
We haven't done
nothing
any
like that.
costume
That-
parties.
I feel like that's this. I feel like that's this week.
Yeah, and we
There was
were
a
gonna
big
be
witches
gone.
ball in Birmingham.
Yeah, the Witches
yeah.
Ball happened this past weekend, which we weren't here for because
Right.
I saw
were
some
in
pictures. I tell you that it's a lot of old people. Old.
Or maybe
How
they
long
were
have
just
they been
dressed
doing
up.
that?
Maybe they were young people dressed up as
No,
old
how
people.
long have they been doing that?
They've been doing it for a while.
Oh, wow.
It started out as like some I think little party or whatever, and it kept growing and
Yeah,
growing
yeah.
and growing. And
Oh,
growing.
really?
Have you ever been to it?
I've never been.
I've never been either, but I hear it's fun.
I don't even know what
But
y'all are talking about. I have no idea.
Witches Ball in
Never even
Birmingham.
heard of it.
yeah.
We got some friends that go, but I think it started out with kind of a younger crowd. You know what I mean? And then that younger crowd has just aged, and they're not really drawing any more younger people.
Are you still gonna try to go to Atrox any?
No.
I don't think I'll have time. That's just being honest.
So I got to go to.
Atrox?
Well, no, I tried to go to Atrox and they wouldn't let us in because they were so slammed.
I thought they just looked at your group like,
Yeah,
no, you're not
we're
getting in.
done. No, we don't want you typing here. So I ended up looking up this other one I'd never been before. It's been around for a few years. I think it's called Nightmare on 3008.
Okay.
It's in Fultondale, and I gotta say, man, it was highly impressive. It was very so. It doesn't have. You know the hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of animatronic.
the
It doesn't
production,
have
all.
any, but the people who are working it are amazing. It's very campy and it's like a B horror movie. It's
Right.
like, and the people that work it, fucking amazing.
Really?
Like stupid. Yeah,
That's
I
good.
was. I
Just
mean,
cool people. You can just tell
super
awesome
cool.
people.
Yeah, super cool. So the people that put that on are doing a really really good job. I had really good time. I don't want to give it away, but they are very well at interacting with the people.
That's
Okay.
good.
Like phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah, and I mean, I laughed so much because there was so much stuff that was. First of all, there's no rhyme or reason to what's going, and I think that's what you don't know what to
Right.
expect. So you're just going through there, and it's just coming at you, and you're just like, how does that even make sense? But it's great.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like
Right.
by the time I left, I was like, this place is fucking awesome.
Really?
Yeah, I would
Nice.
definitely go. I would definitely go back.
What was it called again?
Nightmare at 3008
Yes.
or Nightmare on 3008.
Y'all go check it out before the season's over. You gotta have a week after this.
And they didn't pay me anything to say that. I just went as a haunted house enthusiast, And I know what it takes to run one, and they do a really good job. But
That's
it's a really cool facility.
Nice.
But I loved it. I walked away. At first, I was like, I don't know about this.
Right.
I don't know. And then by the
And then
time
it was
I
a
left,
blast.
oh yeah, it was great. And
Wow.
the people we were with, they wanted me to lead. They were all scared and stuff, so I ended up leading. And
That's the thing. If you go to a haunted house, you got to take some people that are really scared.
Yeah.
Because when I
It's
go, I'm
fun.
not really scared. I mean, I've been like
Startled by
startled,
whatever. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But none of this stuff scares me. I like, oh, that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
I like my favorite part of Sloss was like the tunnel that, you know, you walk through there with the trippy glasses on.
Dude, I used to make a joke, be like, God, I really want to do that one year and act like I'm so poor that we couldn't afford.
Yeah, so you just
we just cut the back out of a cereal box and just
put it-
You probably win best costume
Dude,
somewhere.
it's
Somebody's
so
like, that's
cheesy,
hilarious.
but it's great.
I bet
Yeah.
it'd be hilarious.
Oh, that'd be
man.
great. That's what you do.
There's
We had to. We were invited to a Halloween party, but couldn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah,
But BJ has a big Halloween party every year. He's a
Yes.
big Halloween guy.
Yes.
Or his family's just into the holidays in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
So
went
that was
pretty
it.
extreme to do
He
his.
went.
See,
He
I didn't
went
go?
pretty extreme.
you didn't go.
No, we couldn't. We had a show that.
Is that
night.
the one you dropped the keys in the hat?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that, for sure.
At the door.
Nobody
I
drives
will.
home because you can't.
I will. You know, with his permission, I'll put his costume right
right.
here. I'll
What
show
was
you.
it?
It's dope. He was the Joker.
Yeah.
But he grew his hair out for a year and a half to do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he played.
He cut his hair like the next day, didn't he?
Well, he cut his hair the next day because the wedding we played, he was
So
efficient.
did he do Heath Ledger Joker
Yes.
or Joaquin Phoenix?
No, he did Heath Ledger.
Yeah. It was good.
It was very,
he
very
nailed
good.
it. He nailed it.
He
I
did
mean,
nail
I don't know
it.
who did his makeup stuff, but it looked great.
I don't know who did it either, but it looked really good. It'll
Yeah.
be.
How many Karens are going to complain that there's going to be people dressed as Jeffrey Dahmer this year?
Yeah, yeah. That's happening.
It's an easy costume. I don't see why.
It's so
people
simple.
wouldn't. It's simple. It's spooky.
And it's fresh on people's minds.
Yep.
Right.
I mean,
Figured you would go as Dahmer.
I'm not offended by it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
A
I
fan.
mean, either.
There's a movie that is currently in the theaters. It's called The Terrifier 2. And so I've been reading about this movie. Like, supposedly people are fainting in the theaters.
Really?
They're calling ambulances.
They all say that shit and they're all lying.
They do. They do say that to hype it up. And some people are saying it's like the goriest movie of all time.
Right.
So I went and pulled up part one, and it came out in 2016. I watched it. It's pretty B-horror, campy.
Right.
But it's good, and it is super gory.
Right.
Well, part two is now good streaming. I actually
Right.
watched it before I came here tonight, and I will say it's violent.
It's just a violent.
But the cool thing about it is the guy who is the clown, the guy who is the bad guy, he's actually from Huntsville, Alabama.
No shit.
It's really fucking cool. Yeah, he's from Huntsville, and he nails this fuck. I'm telling you, it's insane. Like, it makes the movie It look like Snoopy's Christmas.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Snoopy's Christmas.
I mean,
Wow.
it doesn't have like this movie is of course more low budget, but like the kill scenes is unlike anything I've ever seen in a horror movie.
Really?
And I'm a horror fan. I love good horror movies, and it actually got like 80-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is almost
For a
impossible.
horror
yeah,
movie.
for a horror
Yeah, for
movie,
a horror
it's
movie, that's
almost
a lot.
impossible. And it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's long.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been a horror movie fan. Not well. Let me put like some of the classics I like.
Yeah.
Like
You
what?
know, like when you grow up and you watch Nightmare on Elm Street. You know what I mean? When you're a kid.
The first one.
The first, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then like
Then they get really
Exorcist.
stupid.
they get real dumb after that. Well, I mean, they're all cheesy when you go back and watch them a
Yeah,
little bit.
they are,
got a
sure.
little, there's a layer of cheese because it was the 80s. You know,
Yeah.
everything from the 80s.
Yeah.
Nice little layer of cheese like a casserole. On
Yeah,
it.
but I still love the first two, like Halloween 1 and 2. I love Hellraiser 1 and 2.
Yes.
It's still one of the best. There's an old horror movie called Pumpkinhead. I always
Pumpkinhead was one of my favorites.
was
growing up.
great because
Right.
I love old school, the makeup and the aesthetics of it instead of just special effects. Now, The Exorcist, the original Exorcist
Yes.
movie, is the only movie in the history of ever watching horror movies that actually creeped me the fuck out when I
Yo,
was a kid.
And it
Same.
stands up today.
It does.
It's
And
still creepy
The
today.
special effects are insane, but what really got me about that movie is
There's
the,
no documentaries and everything about
Yeah,
that.
now there was I seen a documentary where people literally did pass out in the theater. Supposedly, some lady got such anxiety she lost a child, like gave birth and lost the baby or whatever,
damn.
had a miscarriage or whatever.
Wow.
Because you got to think that nothing had ever been shown like this before.
No,
Yeah.
and that
You know,
was
1978.
a wild movie.
Right.
It's wild.
And it's
But-
based off of like a religious theme
Yeah.
too. So
So
that's
it's not like your typical kind of like Pumpkinhead. Where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's mythical and blah blah blah.
Right.
But you got like The Exorcist was about like people really or like religious people
Right.
like, yeah, that can happen.
One of the creepiest things to me about The Exorcist was not only just like the visuals, but the sound. Like there's a part where he goes record a girl, and he goes back to his apartment or whatever,
And
and
listens
he
to
plays
it?
it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the stuff,
Yes.
all the different voices, freak.
Because he was like, he was hearing all different voices in that one thing or whatever.
Yeah,
Do y'all remember the name of the demon that supposedly was inside of her?
Hang on.
Hold on. God, it's been so long since I've seen the movie.
And I have a reason for asking you this.
No, I can't remember the name.
Captain Howdy.
Captain Howdy?
Captain-
Really?
Captain Howdy.
Captain Howdy was
Yes.
the demon?
Yes, that's what the name. Like that's what came up. Like possession, like on her arm. So D. Snyder did a horror movie called Strangeland.
Okay.
And it's a cult classic. It's the only movie D. Snyder ever did. He's the lead singer of Twisted
Twisted
Sister.
Sister, yeah.
This new movie's fucking phenomenal. Strangeland. It's Amy Smart's first movie. She later played in a bunch of stuff or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Road
But
trip
he-
and all that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But he is
Just friends.
basically kidnapping people off the internet. He like if he don't take his medication, he goes fucking crazy. Well, his screen name was Captain Howdy as like a throwback
to
to,
that.
I gotcha,
show
gotcha.
homage to the original Exorcist.
Wow.
I always thought that was cool.
That's
But
insane.
dude, you should see that movie, Strangeland. You gotta see
Yeah,
it.
I'll check it out. And I want to check out the one that you're talking about because I'm not a horror movie person, but the way you're talking about it,
Terrifier 2?
Yeah, I kind of have to watch it now just to
It-
see.
I'll-
And I hate watching horror movies, but I just usually don't get into it. But this sounds interesting.
Another good one I watched recently. There's a movie that had came out. It's called X, and
Yep, you told me
and
about
they
that
just
one.
did the prequel to it called Pearl. It's out too, and they're both phenomenal. And they're going to do a third one that's going to be called Maxine. Those two movies are phenomenal too.
Right.
Yes.
See, I
you
can't
have
tell
to
you the
watch it.
last horror movie I watched that
I
was
know
like
exactly
newer.
which one it was that I watched. Was the last one. Hills Have Eyes was the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that's a while back.
I was done after that. That movie had so much graphic.
Yeah, yeah.
There was rape scenes in there,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was.
Speaking of rape.
Speaking of rape.
My soul, motherfucker! God, that got me.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Hey, how? It is Halloween.
I should put mask on all of us right now.
Yeah. Hills Have Eyes was the original. I actually, when that movie came out, I actually went. That's another one that was actually a remake, and I went and
I watched the original
yeah, I
one.
went and watched the original. But
I didn't know
is
that.
great. Yeah,
I didn't know.
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah, but the
Matter of fact, the guy who played in the Goonies, he actually was in the Hills Have Eyes, the original
Really?
Hills Have Eyes.
Wait,
So-
Sloth?
Yeah, like that
The
mongoloid looking guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
wow, that makes sense because once he goes up on the hill with all that where they live and all that.
So the original, if you look up the original Hills
That's
Have Eyes,
okay. Yeah.
I will say
Who's in
that as I was watching the movie, I was like, man, this is insane. And then whenever he comes at the end, spoiler alert, and then he comes at the end and it's an amazing comeback story. Like he
Yeah.
freaking just goes through and just kills everybody.
Yeah.
And that's like I was like, I didn't see that coming.
I just realized what my last one was. I think
I thought I remember you didn't want to attack the big black dildo.
that's the one for sure.
A movie by Rob Zombie. Could you imagine this big black dildo just?
He's playing a big black dildo.
Playing it, yeah.
Rob Zombie does not need to make any more movies.
I mean, whenever he
watched
made
the
his
first one.
first whatever, it was cool. Thousand
House of
House of
Thousand
Thousand
Corpses
Corpses, never watched it.
is amazing, and it also kind of has that cult
and it has
cult
that
following.
clown dude in it or whatever.
Yeah,
that's-
Captain Spaulding.
Yes.
And he did Devil's Rejects, which was part 2 to that, and that one's good. To me, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Yeah, you're an idiot," but his
He did
remakes of Halloween was horrible.
Right.
I don't know if you've seen The Witches of Salem. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. He just did a new movie
Yep. You told me this
called
was horrible.
a remake of The Munsters,
Yep.
and it blows my fucking mind that people actually I've seen them post were like, "This is great, this is amazing." I'm like, if you think that movie is good, you could just watch some guy swatting bees for 3 hours. It is fucking it's one of the worst,
Swatting
dumbest,
bees.
low budget pieces of shit I've ever. And I love Rob Zombie's music. I've seen him in concert
Sure.
3 times. Love him. As far as a movie guy goes, please
Stop.
retire. Just fucking be done.
Do concerts.
Dude, go. I mean,
Play music.
SWAT bees for 3 hours.
just fucking.
You know, I always thought that, even when I was growing up, this is when I was younger, I thought Rob Zombie was way older than he was. I don't know.
He
why.
does have an older look to him.
I think he has an older look, but then like I saw an interview with him, and like without all the makeup and all that shit
Yeah.
on, I was like, damn, this guy. I bet he's not much older than me.
I personally loved White Zombie.
Yes.
Because I don't know if you remember, but it had this chick bass player, and she
Oh,
was just
yeah.
fucking
You
insane.
good, Greg?
Yeah, I'm good.
She was amazing.
That wasn't his girlfriend or wife, was it? I thought
No, but but the girl that he's married to now.
his a musician in his
No,
band.
she's not. She's not a musician. She's just an actress, and he puts her in everyone.
Oh,
else.
that's right. He's, yeah.
Sherry Moon, Sherry
Yeah.
Moon. He puts her in all the movies, and they're like, oh my god, that's just horrible.
Yeah.
But what were you saying? What were you saying earlier about the last one you actually
I was.
remember seeing?
I think it was Hostel. I didn't really count that as a horror movie until I started thinking. I was like, "That's a fucking horror
I mean,
movie.
it
fucked
would be in
up,
the
yeah.
horror genre.
Yeah.
It's a fucked up movie."
It is. I didn't think. I mean, I thought.
I mean, it was okay. It was a fucked up movie. It was okay. It's not one that I was just like, man, every time it's on.
I think they did a few of them.
Yeah, I watched the very first one. One where the girl's got her eyes hanging out, and he's like, "You gotta be quiet," and he cuts it, and nothing happens at first, and then all of a sudden pus just runs out
Dude,
of it.
we need
Like,
to watch
fuck.
Terrifier 2 together.
Ooh.
I'm down.
Hey, have a little movie night here at the Downside.
I don't know if you know this about the Downside, but it has a projection screen that can come down, and they have games on here, and it's a pretty nice little spot.
It is.
All right, welcome everybody to the Downside Challenge, week number 9. Man, hadn't had a good couple of weeks. Jason's coming up.
Finally,
Jason finally had a good week. I had a bad week.
you got all 3 points possible.
Yep, he did. He did.
Surprise, surprise, coming from behind.
I still have a 3-point lead over you.
Yes, you do. 4-point
And
lead
4
over
over me.
Jason.
And just 1 point. You have 1 point over Jason.
That's it. That's it. Scores will be flashed. Here's mine.
There's
There's
his.
his.
There's mine.
There's his. So like I said, Josh has got a 3-point lead. Man,
And even
South
had to dealt with collusion last week.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Even dealing
Yeah.
with collusion, I still have a 3-point lead. So
I wonder why I got
can't
3 points.
complain. You know what I mean?
collusion.
Right here, and collusion comes
My ass.
in. There's so much to talk about.
Can't help it. I mean, you were here. You looked at us 140,000 times
A lot
during
of
the last
collusion.
podcast. You just, I don't
Hey, 1 week of collusion's not bad.
Not bad.
know. Collusion.
You needed a little colluded.
All right, so let's go to make our picks this week. Josh is still in front, so he can pick first. We got 6 games this week. We had to add 1 non-conference game to get to 6.
Boo.
So we added the
Ohio State, Penn State game, which is probably the best.
Arkansas dog.
Woo! That's the one I didn't want to pick.
I gotta go Razorbacks.
Razorbacks.
All right, Dre goes next.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
we're,
yeah.
we're talking about the points. I'll go with this bad daddy right here. Kentucky at Tennessee. I'm taking the Vols.
Yeah,
the
you gotta go
Volunteers.
So the loser picks us last, huh? I mean, the winner picks last. I'm sorry.
Old people.
Uh-oh.
Old.
Got one down there. While you're down there.
Old.
That's got something to go.
Ole Miss, Texas A&M. I didn't want to pick that one, but I'm going to have to go Rebels.
Yeah, that's an easy pick.
Ohio State at Penn State.
Ooh,
I got the
You
non-con.
got the crap
I gotta
game.
go the Buckeyes though.
Buckeyes. All right. So I'm going to go with...
Old people.
Ooh, the game of the week. Florida at Georgia, which is not really at Georgia. It's the...
In Jacksonville.
in Jacksonville, the largest outdoor cocktail party. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take Georgia to get that victory,
All right.
which leaves you with...
Missouri and South Carolina. I'm going to go South Carolina.
I didn't want to pick
picked
South
up
Carolina
rising
game
people.
again because I know if I picked them this week, somehow Missouri would beat them by 20.
Old people.
Even though South Carolina's been coming back and
South
doing
Carolina's
things.
fucked me 2
They've
weeks
won
in a
3 in a
row.
row.
Yep, they've done well.
All right.
I got the game of the week. It's Florida at Georgia, just because it's the best rivalry game of the week.
For sure.
Jason won the points last week.
So I have to go
You go
first.
He goes second. I go third. Total points. Why you down there?
While you're down there, go ahead and get yourself a helping of that. Get your little piece of that. Total
I'm
points,
gonna
buddy. What you
go
think?
45.
45 points total. Josh, you are up next.
I think I just don't know if I want to go higher or lower.
I don't know.
I'm going to go 42.
42. So then I have to make the decision if I think it's going to be under 42 or over 45. I think it's going to be higher than 45. So I'll go 46.
Thought it's 6.
So 46 total
45.
points, 45, 43, 42. It's going to be around, it really is going to be around there, I think. Watch it be like 10 to fucking 13, like a 1986 SEC football game where Willie fucking
I
Whitey
thought-
Willoughby
I thought
hands the ball off the
I
whole
thought
time.
Mississippi State was going to score 3 touchdowns and Alabama was going to score 50.
I know. Nada,
No.
son. God, it was terrible. So, all right, just to recap, I've got Georgia taking care of the Gators. I've got Tennessee taking care of Kentucky with a total point score for the game of the week at 46.
I got Arkansas over the Auburn Tigers, Ohio State over Penn State, and 42. That's my points.
I got South Carolina over Missouri, and then I got Ole Miss over Texas A&M, and my points are 45.
All right. All right, guys, we appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah.
We still got the punishments back there. We don't know what they are. Most important thing to know is there are 2 losers here.
Yes, there's only one
There's
winner.
going to be 2.
There's only one winner this week, or this challenge, not this week. So,
Yeah.
all right, appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, Dick.
Pow.
Are you going to dress up Saturday?
No, not. I don't dress up. The last costume, I don't even know if we talked about it on here.
I know
my
the
last
last costume
costume. We went to a Halloween party because my ex was really into Halloween, and it's part of the reason I still don't like her. I don't. I mean, nothing against people who like Halloween. Whatever. I know you like Halloween.
I love Halloween.
I get it. I just don't like it. So wasn't my thing. So you had to dress up to go to this party.
That's
which
also,
I
you're
was
a real
like,
big Catholic.
It ain't even that.
I
I'm
mean
not a real
Jehovah's
big
Witness.
Catholic. Jehovah's Witness.
I
Of
mean
course.
Mormon. I mean Southern Baptist.
Southern Baptist. Whatever.
Methodist.
Religious.
Yeah.
Name a cult. Name a cult. He's in it.
Name a cult. I'm there.
Church of
I love.
Highlands.
Yeah, that's the biggest cult there is.
Wow.
I've said that on stage. I don't know if that. I mean, you know,
I didn't mean it.
it's fine.
I didn't mean
know
it.
what I'm saying.
God knows I didn't mean it.
But I just never did. So I just got this this magnet. And you draped it around your shoulders. It was just like this thing you draped around your shoulders and had cats all over it. And it was a pussy magnet.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I won worst costume. Jason dressed up like a guy from a video game that no one has heard of
nobody heard
because you know no one at this party played video games.
Right. They all had sex.
Yeah, that's what we did.
What
So-
video game?
Look, he
Drake's
doesn't.
Fortune.
Who?
Drake's Fortune. What you call it? Whatever. I can't remember the title, but that was the original.
Basically, he put on fake airsoft pistols over his regular
Is it
outfit.
Like,
Yeah.
Was it Devil May Cry?
No, not him,
it
but
was,
the other.
it was just a shoulder holster.
I can't think of the name.
I'll
of
put
it.
his. Hey, I'll
is
put
it?
his. I'll put his costume right here because I still have pictures of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What are you going to do this year? I think you should go as a pumpkin that's been violated, and
a
he could
smashed
be Brasher, the pumpkin smasher.
A pumpkin smasher is a male who is only sexually attracted to red-headed males. Used in a sentence, hey, I know Greg Brasher, the pumpkin smasher. Do you? We know you've heard the stories and the legends untold, but it's on Halloween night when this story unfolds. A man who comes out, he has glasses and a beard, but you shouldn't be afraid, only your butthole should fear.
The pumpkin smash,
It's the pumpkin
the
smash!
pumpkin smash,
What's going on with that
the
rash?
pumpkin smash,
Your couch he will
the
crash.
pumpkin smash,
He has a dildo stash. He doesn't care if you've been naughty or nice, but if I offer one thing, then here's some advice. Maybe wear some pants that are not so inviting, cause when Greg is around, things can be
the
frightening.
pumpkin smash,
It's the pumpkin
the
smash.
pumpkin smash,
What's going on with that
the
rash?
pumpkin smash,
Your couch he will
the
crash.
pumpkin smash.
He has a dildo stash.
Oh my god, is that Greg Brasher, the pumpkin smasher? Oh my god, who invited him?
Oh, bollocks, Becky. You know I'm the only redhead here at the party. You know I'm the only redhead here. Hello, everyone. It's me, Greg Brasher. And yes, I may be known as the Pumpkin Smasher. This only happens on Halloween night. And a red-headed man is such a delightful sight. It's Jameson and Jaeger that does all the talking. But when I have my way, you won't be doing much walking. I may stay the night and become a couch crasher, but you'll never forget the Pumpkin Smasher.
The pumpkin smash.
It's the Pumpkin Smash.
The pumpkin smash.
Does anyone want door dash?
The pumpkin smash.
I'm running a little low on
The
cash.
pumpkin smash.
I think your couch I will crash.
So now you know the premise of this Halloween lore, but don't seem impatient because you know there is more. If confronted by this monster, then don't seem afraid. If you're not a redhead, then you haven't made.
The pumpkin smash.
It's the pumpkin
The
smash.
pumpkin smash.
What's going on with that
The
rash?
pumpkin smash.
Your couch he will
The
crash.
pumpkin smash.
He has a dildo stash. But if you are redheaded and it's Hallow's Eve, then I hope you have a tiny condom shoved up your sleeve. He's a man on a mission, like an 80s horror slasher. But he's not out for blood, he's just a pumpkin
The
smasher.
pumpkin smash.
It's the pumpkin
The
smash.
pumpkin smash.
What's going on with that
The
rash?
pumpkin smash.
Your couch he will crash.
The pumpkin smash.
He has a dildo stash. So now that you know the legend is true, and if you're out on Halloween, don't let this happen to you. Use your better judgment and always think. And don't let the pumpkin smasher dama your drink. And during the night, while you're doing the Transylvania twist, Greg may get mad and wonder, whatever happened to my purple rubber fist?
The pumpkin smash.
It's the pumpkin
The
smash.
pumpkin smash.
What's going on with that
The
rash?
pumpkin smash.
Your couch he will crash.
The pumpkin smash.
He has a dildo
The
stash.
pumpkin smash.
It's the pumpkin
The
smash.
pumpkin smash.
What's going on with that
The
rash?
pumpkin smash.
Your couch he will crash.
The pumpkin smash.
He has a dildo stash.
Actually, I'm gonna put the pumpkin like on my ass with a hole in it.
It would just be
Hey,
hilarious.
Make the hole big.
Dude.
I'll flatter you.
Y'all want to do it?
That's a great idea. I was gonna do God of War because I've kind of got a little bit of the God of War. Get the bald head.
You mean
know.
like God of War at like
Oh,
very out of shape?
the God of War. You know, the last one he was getting a little older and whatever. This one's he's just decrepit.
He's given up.
He's more of a I don't know. He's more of a lieutenant of mischief.
You could be this character I made up a long time ago called, instead of the Incredible Hulk, you could be the Incredible Bulk.
Yes.
And it would just be
That'd
this
be
guy
great.
that has a Costco's card and a minivan.
That's correct.
And you buy everything,
I buy everything in bulk.
Yes.
and you get real angry when you can't find all the chips.
Yeah, I
You
was.
want to see me
You
when
don't
I'm
see
angry.
me when I'm angry.
I was telling this story this weekend because this guy that I know, he's so poor and broke all the
Incredible
time
Bulk.
because he wastes his money on stuff. But he was dating this girl that had a couple kids, and we were making the joke that come Christmas, these kids are going to be very disappointed because he's going to have to buy them off-brand toys. So I thought of two characters. I was like, the little boy's going to be like, Deadpool, Deadpool, and he's going to be like, oh, I want to shh, Fred Pool. and then that guy's going to be like, that's Fred Pool. That's a local union hall worker, local union 117. He's a steel worker in Pennsylvania. You better respect Fred Pool. And then the other kid's going to be like, oh, Incredible Bulk?
Incredible
And it's going to
Bulk.
be like a little Costco
He's
card
thrifty.
in a minivan. How great would it be?
fucking
So
great.
good.
Because you know, like, if you ever go, like, the Dollar General or whatever, those toys are just
Yeah.
so janky.
I mean, remember you had your
and
Transformers and then you had your GoBots.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the step down even from that.
Right. It's
That's-
even,
I think I'm
it's even
just-
worse than GoBot.
Yeah,
I'm
this
just gonna
is the
shop
I
for my
can't
kid
go
this year at the
box.
Dollar General.
I do that as a
great.
joke for my nieces and nephews every year. I
Yes.
get them a bunch of cheap, horrible stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then I still get them really
Sure.
good
Get 'em
stuff,
cash.
too.
But just watch them open something horrible. It's
Yeah,
the
it's
funniest
just so
thing.
great.
They're so
Especially because,
confused.
like, dude, my kid, I trained him when he was younger because I was like, man, you're going to get gifts that you don't like. And the one thing I refused to have was the kid that threw a fit because he didn't get something good at like a family thing.
Right. Yeah.
So we'd always have this conversation from when he could just walk and talk. I was like, you open a gift, you say thank you.
Right.
You're appreciative of it. That's all you do.
But you do it in a face like this.
Thank you.
No, but I would give him like fake gifts like for Christmas. He'd be like, oh man, Dad.
You just wrapped up like
Just-
a hammer.
Yes, something like that.
And then on the way home, he's just throwing it out the window.
Right.
He was just like, oh, thanks, Dad. Yeah, he was like, just play it off. It just makes me laugh. So, here's a Nintendo Switch. Like, no, I was just fucking.
That'd be great if you give him like a Nintendo Switch and he's like, Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. and he throws it. Thinking not really one in there. I think it'd be great to actually get him the Nintendo Switch box, wrap it up, and then just be a phone book inside.
Yeah, I did that to my mom. I did that to my mom one year. I got her an iPad.
Yeah.
But so I had the box, wrapped it up, and then I had an IOU for an iPad inside the box. Said I can't afford one. And then in the other box, I said, but just open your other present. It was like closed up, but in the middle was the iPad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was funny. I love to do gifts like that. I think it's hilarious.
I love
Their
it. I used to
they
get
have no idea how to react to that. They're like,
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like, you know, because you have to have a little bit of this.
they're so excited they got an iPad, and then all of a sudden,
It's just like,
I
oh,
owe
okay,
you an
cool.
iPad.
Hey, I get it, man. You know, times are hard, you motherfucker.
I used to
Give me a
give
box.
really good Dirty Santas. I remember one year I bought like a 70...
I used to give really good Dirty Sanchez.
Dirty.
Ghost.
Oh, I did it was a breathalyzer you could buy. It was like $70, and everybody was just fighting for it.
I bet.
We need to get one of those.
great.
We should get one of those for the downside.
And do
Yes.
a little.
Yeah, we should do it. We should do a little blow.
Mm-hmm.
Either
Cocaine.
Country dancing with you.
either way, did you like it?
Yeah, sure.
This or
Either way,
wouldn't it be funny if we did a little blow after every show?
blow.
So we start off
That's
with
how we end the show. The blow after the show.
Yeah, blow after the show.
And it sees how long we have to stay at the
And
downside
yeah,
before we
the
go
loser gets shot.
God.
The,
Oh
the
yeah.
two lowest,
Yes.
wham, wham.
If you're too low on the alcohol, you have to get shot.
Yeah.
We need to bring the
If you-
shot back.
Yeah, if you didn't drink enough, yeah, you get.
Oh my god, that's a good idea.
That's great.
It's a great idea.
We'll have to do it.
And then after that, we could factor in a sober October because we're probably
Yes.
going to need it.
Oh my god, that is the
October.
worst month to be.
No
say-
shit. I was thinking the same thing.
Horrible.
It's a horrible month.
People
to do
that I think even Joe Rogan posted a thing about sober.
Oh, they're
Oh, yeah,
doing one.
they're doing
It's
it.
him, Tom Segura, Burt Kreischer, and
Yeah.
Ari Shafir. All are
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's kind of weird. I've been keep up because I watched Two Bears, One Cave. Burt probably needed a sober October.
Oh,
That
yeah.
dude was just going ham when he's
Yeah,
on the
he
road.
does,
He was,
yeah.
He's even admitted it. And he was like, I think I like sober October, you know, because now he feels better, you know, he wakes up better, sleeps better, all that stuff. But October is a terrible. I think like dry January is a way better.
Start the new year.
Start the new year off.
You're already making resolutions that you aren't
Yeah.
going to do.
That you're not going to keep. You're still going to be a fat piece of shit at the end
Yeah.
of fucking whatever you're in.
Right.
Dude, oh, that is the worst. I have
think
this
it's-
pet peeve of. That, dude, you know what the pet peeve is.
I
You've
was,
heard,
I was about to say it.
motherfucker, every time at the end of every year.
Yeah.
And it'd be about December 20th. Thank God New Year's is coming. This year's been tough. And I'm like, nothing fucking changes. You think it's not a magical clock that just
Right.
starts the fuck
Yeah.
over. The
New
problem you
year,
have in
new me.
December.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it would drive me crazy. So now every year, no matter what kind of year I've had, around December 20th, I go, man, whew,
Yeah.
I don't see how this shit can get any better.
Yeah.
I really
basic bitches always post New Year. New
don't. God, I fucking hate it.
They'll post that and they're wearing the same panties they was wearing 3 days ago.
Yeah,
Right.
and I swear to God, I've unfollowed people on social media that post it.
Yeah.
It's my number one pet peeve.
It's stupid.
Or people that say, did a thing, and it's a haircut.
Oh man.
Did a thing, you got your fucking haircut.
Yeah. Or when they
Loser.
just post inspirational quotes begging for attention.
All day. Vague booking. Oh,
For a while there,
lose my shit over it.
For a while there, when people used to post the whole thing, which and it's people love to do everything that everybody's doing.
Yeah.
But there was one everybody was posting like, "Oh, post your best memory of me." And so, like 50 different people who posted, I did the same thing every time. I was like, "That time you pounded 15 tequila shots and shit your pants."
Yeah.
I did that on everybody. every
memory of you.
my best memory of you. The time you pounded 15
It's your worst
shit-
moment in life.
Shit your pants. Because even though it's not true, somebody probably feel like, damn, Jimmy shit his pants. you know?
Did you hear about Sarah? She shit her pants.
Shit her pants.
She does a lot of tequila shots. She shit her pants. Jenny did too? It's fucking crazy.
Exactly.
What was in that tequila?
I just love.
There was 15 worms in there.
I love fucking doing that.
Yeah,
I used
I-
to do that all the fucking time.
Dude, that's
You know, the good thing too is I got to watch Lord of the Rings. Before, I mean, not Lord of the Rings. Game of Thrones before I came over here. Did y'all see where Damon gets killed?
No. Motherfucker didn't watch that shit. Dude, first of all, I already told you I know how the shit ends.
Did y'all not?
No, haven't watched it yet, man.
And to our next segment, we would like to talk about.
I hurt myself today.
I'm just playing. It would be funny if he ended up dying and we watch it later.
God, it was fucking hilarious. Dude, so last time you were the last podcast you were actually here and not, in spirit.
Yeah.
And you sent that text, and I read it out loud. And fucking, he turned. What? He was so. I was like, he sent me a text. He was like, "Hey man, on the way, just had to finish Game of Thrones. Isn't it crazy the main character dies twice?" And I was like, and I read it out loud before I even realized what I was reading. He
Yes.
went, "What? Hell?" I couldn't tell if he was mad because you ruined it or that you watched it and you weren't over here yet.
Yeah,
What
I
the fuck
haven't,
do you mean you watched it?
I'm down 3 on Lord of the Rings show,
I'm not. I'm up to date.
but I'm
Hey.
caught up with Game of Thrones.
I'm caught up with Game of Thrones, and I'm waiting till the Lord of the Rings goes. I'm gonna binge it.
It's good.
I watched the first episode. I'm not saying it didn't catch me. It's just I've been busy as shit lately, and I like watch that show. Then during the week I have to work, all that kind of shit. I just don't want to get like.
Oh, trust me, I know what you mean. You,
Yeah.
you know you can't start because that's it.
I'll,
You're in it.
if I start it and I get into it, next thing you know, it's
Yep.
4:00 in the morning, and I have an 8:00 meeting.
Yeah.
and then I'll be groggy and pissy, and I won't be productive, and that's just some shit I don't like being. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna binge watch it when it's all done, knowing with my timetable.
Yeah,
I did
this
watch.
last one is.
Did y'all
is
both finish
listening.
Dahmer or no?
I
No,
finished
I haven't
Dahmer.
started it yet because
What?
I know that's the same thing. It's like once I start it.
Well, see,
here
I
we go.
finished Dahmer. It's easier for me to watch things like that because I watch shows with my wife during the week because on weekends I'm away, I'm doing things, so I don't really spend that much time with my family on weekends.
Yeah.
So during the week, I do we watch shows. Either we have
How
a
many-
kid come watch shows or whatever, but. We watched Dahmer is something she's interested in. Lord of the Rings, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm too cool for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She don't give a fuck about none of those shows.
On a regular baseball season, how many of the actual regular season games do you try to find yourself watching?
Let's see. Used to be a
Out of
lot more.
162 games, how many
Used
do
to be
you
a lot
think you
more.
watch?
This year I watched a lot. I probably watched I watched at least 100 at least.
So basically, if
least.
they average to be 3 hours, that's 3,000 hours.
Yeah.
3,000 hours to be set up for that much disappointment is beyond me. I just
To the non-baseball fan,
It's
the non-baseball
it's
fan.
It's like take so basically you're pretend you're at a slot machine and every quarter is a minute. Could you imagine doing that many to equal up 3,000? And you're just 3,000 hours.
yeah, it's
3,000. Do you know what you could have built a fucking ark? Noah built that bitch in like 2 days. I mean, you could have traveled.
what else could I have
you
done?
could have traveled the world 10 times. 3,000 hours to get beat in the first round by a team that fired their coach in the season.
entertainment. Okay, how much baseball did you watch this year?
None.
Did you travel the world?
None.
Fucking loser. Anyway, so you had all that time and you still did dick with it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Touche.
I still would
I'm just
rather-
saying, at least I was entertained.
Was
you not
you?
Fuck yeah, I was entertained.
The end game was the same though. Disappointment.
No, it wasn't. We won last year. We lost this year.
3,000 hours.
What are you pointing at?
Oh, that ring up there.
Oh yeah, it's right here. Oh, this is here every. You probably can't see it because of the light, but that is a Atlanta Braves 2021.
I mean, he could have beat some of the longest video games in the world in 3,000 hours.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't play
You could
video
play that
games because I'm a
game
fucking
that I dressed
adult.
up as. You have no idea
Yeah.
what it was.
I get dressed up as Mr. Kilimanjaro. He goes to the top of mountains with special powers in his eyeballs, and he looks at the little peasants down below, and they're zapped.
That sounds dope as
for
shit.
Or-
when does that game
or
come
you-
out?
or you could be
I
like
can't wait to
this.
play this game.
We had a great regular season, and we might go all the way. Oh, first round, we're out. Wow.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking teams did that, man.
Well, that's a waste of 3,000 hours. Like,
I mean, it's kind of like tuning in for 3 hours for a college football game, only to get beat by a team you haven't lost to in 15 years.
but that's only once a week.
I'm just saying, it's the
That's
same.
three,
It's the same
but
principle.
that's 3 hours a week.
Same. No, you watch way more than 3 hours a week of football.
Well, we have to now.
I kept up with it more this year, but I'm saying a regular college football. If I just watch one team play,
Yeah, it's 3 hours.
12 games. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, baseball's entertaining.
100 games though,
Easily.
and that's just average.
And I went
some
to-
of those games last like 19 hours.
I went to 6 of them. I actually went and watched it live.
I think if you go to a game and they lose like that in the first round, they should refund you.
And I said that would be fucking nice. It's fucking expensive to go there now since they're winners. But
I'm
no,
over here
I
making
fucking-
ashes on myself.
No, I would gladly. You tell me it happened the same way this year, I would watch all that because it's entertaining.
Next year, let's do this. When the Braves play, let's get together and we'll start filming and writing for those 3,000 hours and see what we come up with. Dude, we
I'll
would
go watch
have
it
we would
again.
have we would have 6 movies. We would have
Yeah, a studio.
nine gold albums. We would have
9 gold.
9 gold
I
albums.
mean, we could do it in 3,000 hours. Dude, it'd
God,
be
that's
kind
funny.
of cool if we built something on where we could actually do our own like beer or liquor or something.
Oh, that'd be
Like
dope.
just like a little mini.
Oh, dude, like a
we
blue
could
version of
brewery
a
type deal.
yeah,
That
mini
would be
version of like a
actually kinda-
bar.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
kind of cool.
that'd be cool.
I would actually kind of like to
That's
do that.
probably
It's just
that would probably
you
take
know
a
how
lot
long
of time and money.
It's time and money.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do beer.
Well,
'cause-
the time is obviously there. I'm saying,
we got time.
Could you imagine, like I said, if Greg called us every time and said, "Hey guys, the Braves start in 30 minutes. Let's just go to Jason's." All right. we just go there and we just count down from the time the game starts. We're like, let's just work on something. Let's
Yep.
just get it done. So we can do.
Oh wow.
4.5 hours later, dude, we did something.
well, I'd love to do that, but then I'd call you and say, "Hey, the Braves start in 30 minutes,"
And I'd
you'd
show up 2
the next
hours
day.
later, yeah.
You show up the next day.
2 hours later.
Like, sorry guys, I was watching Thrill Kill 17. It's
Dude.
a remake from 1942.
Let's just do half the games. 1,500 hours.
Just you get to watch the first half of the game.
Just
If they're not doing well, get the hell out of there.
1,500 hours. Shit, just let me get 300. Let's just do 300 hours.
300 hours.
We could accomplish a lot.
We could.
I accomplish enough with my 2 jobs I do. That's my entertainment time. Or we could take as much time as you guys play video games to do the same thing. Be like, hey, I was going to start
don't
playing
really
video
play-
games.
I don't anymore. I
haven't
used
played
to. I
in a
used to
while.
be on that.
I
shit,
used to be
though.
on the fucking.
Oh, you used
was
to be
it
on that
PlayStations or Xbox. I don't know which one y'all.
I haven't
play.
he's
Xbox, his
Xbox.
PlayStation.
Oh, so y'all never
I
played.
haven't got to play lately. I want to. There's a bunch of games coming out that I've actually seen, like previewing, and
Right.
I'm like, oh my god, I want to. But I know
The thing with some of these new games is they're so involved that it's like taking time out to watch a series
It
or
is,
something.
it is.
You're like, well, I'm going to be here.
Everything
for a
is more realistic and time consuming, and
Yeah.
it's like, let's play.
I
Duck
want.
Hunt.
I would love to play, but it really is hard.
while. Yeah, it eats.
I
into
like,
your
and my problem is this: something will come out and it'll have the greatest special effects, be the newest, hottest type thing, and I'll buy it. I'll play it for 3 hours and never play it again.
Never
Yep.
play it again. Fuck.
That's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
not
play
the way it
something
was
and it's
back
just
in the day.
like,
It blew my mind so
done.
much back in the day. I just like keep playing. Like, this is amazing.
You know what I blame
Now,
for
like,
that? TikTok. Speaking of that, we have a TikTok page, and we're going to be
We do.
posting more content to
We
it.
do have
so.
a TikTok page.
yeah.
So lose yourself in about 40 seconds of our crazy content over and
Yeah.
over again.
YouTube,
Yep.
Instagrams.
Yep.
Instagrams.
We're gonna try to shoot some new bits.
Yeah. We.
Those are coming
This is
soon.
this is a busy month.
It's a
for-
busy
It's a
time
busy
of
month
year.
for Greg, but now that the Braves are out, we don't have to worry about them going to World Series. We just gained October. We
Hell
pretty
no.
much gained the rest of October.
Yeah, we did.
Because the World Series, what's funny is baseball season is like 9 months, and then the playoffs last like February.
No,
It's, like,
they're
it's,
done in
right, it's, like,
October.
it's right before the Super Bowl. They play
Oh,
the same day.
shit.
That's how unimportant it is. It's the
That's
longest
how uneducated he
season
is. That's what that is.
Baseball is so.
So
long.
yeah. So we're gonna try to do the pod all the way to the end of college football, and then in December and part of January take off, and then come
Yeah.
back with hopefully the challenge.
Yep.
With the, and in that time, we want to shoot some bits.
Yeah, we got some bits we got to do. We've had some bits on back burner.
Got a
for
lot.
while.
Yeah.
I know it really is like September, October are busy months for us as a band.
Especially you, October, Cocktober.
Cocktober, slash it in there. Shout out Uncle Kyle. By the way, I needed poured because I have nothing to toast Uncle Kyle with.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I'm just fucking busy as hell. Band, my fucking day job's going through a bunch of shit, and then
Dressing like a woman at night.
yeah, dude, I'm an ugly fucking woman if I'm dressed like a woman at night. I shaved my beard off.
Remember that time your wife walked in, you was wearing her bra.
It fit perfect.
I got some nice shades.
Nice
Ooh,
titties, boy.
the new Clerks movie is on that site.
I gotta watch it.
See, he'll take time. He'll watch that.
Yes.
That's his childhood.
Yeah, it's on there. Clerks 3.
I can't wait. I love Kevin Smith.
I saw it
It's
was
on
on. Is it on that? The one we
It's
all
on that
use?
website, yeah.
The only thing Kevin Smith ever did that I was like, no thanks, was the.
Did you say Chase and Amy?
Nope. It
a
was
great
the
movie.
Walrus
Tusk.
movie, Tusk with what's his name in it from.
I never watched it.
He tried to do a horror movie. I figured you definitely watched it.
Yep.
I've never seen it. What about
He explained it to me, and I was like, I would never waste my
God,
time.
what
with
was the
that.
one that he did?
Red State.
No. Oh my God. About wasn't it like the angel or something?
Oh, Dogma.
Oh,
Dogma.
Dogma was
Great.
fantastic.
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. Dogma's
So
amazing.
good.
How did that not come to your mind with a dog barking constantly?
That's probably
over
why.
there?
I don't know why, but I love Chasing Amy.
Oh, it's amazing.
Love that
Amazing.
That's a good movie. My favorite scene in that movie is still where he draws the picture where Jason Lee
Yes.
draws the picture. It's the fucking funniest thing.
So
Who gets the $100 bill?
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
good.
go home. I'm gonna watch something tonight.
I'm gonna go home and get a little sleep.
I'm gonna get
I
the
got
rings.
to pack tomorrow.
Go to Vegas.
Oh, what are we gonna do? Do you want to do a downside bet? Mm-hmm. Now I don't know the rules, but I'll try to film the actual. I think can't you film like if I put it on the roulette wheel? Is there like
I
anything
think you
against?
can if you. And I think you may have
that'd
to
be
let
cool.
them know or something.
Like, hey, I
don't
want
know,
to
maybe.
film this because I'm doing a bet for a buddy of mine. You
I
know,
don't want
Maybe
to rip my friends off.
absolutely. Look, I'm gonna rip you guys off. You should definitely give me money before I go.
you can Photoshop anything nowadays.
Yeah.
No. You can Photoshop anything. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What the fuck you mean? Hey, me Photoshopping it'd be like, oh, we put $100 bet on black, and it would just, and then a blackjack table would pop up, and it'd be like my hand would come in, but it would be black.
21.
20. I had 22 guys, and then I lost. I'm
50-50
sorry.
shot.
Anyway, I just bought this one beer in Vegas. That's $100.
It's not quite a 50-50 shot because the stupid 0 and the double 0
The 0 and double 0.
Yeah.
throws it all off.
And you can do odd even, or you can do first row, second row, third row.
Yeah.
Those odds are a little different, but I mean, what do you guys think? I think you got to bet on black. I always bet on black.
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that thing over here? I wanted to see if that was still there.
Yeah. Is it there?
I think it was.
See, this is why you got to do crunches. Crunches.
He didn't see it the first time.
Holy shit.
I'm over here dying. I was like, what the fuck is that guy?
No, I looked up there. I went. And then I was like, I went to go like, I don't know what he's talking about. Then I look,
So anyway, guys,
You'll see my eyes go,
we've had some good times and some bad times.
right.
Shared some laughs and some cries.
Yeah, we did. Cheers to y'all. See y'all
Cheers to
next
y'all.
week.
Thank you, Dick.
Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Tammy.
People.
Thank you, Tabby.
Old people.
Cue the fucking music.
Like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama gonna take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama wanna dance with your daddy all night long. Like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama gonna take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama wanna dance with your daddy all night long.